Good afternoon and welcome back. It is Thursday at the 2026 ISC World Tournament, and we have a great one on the way in the elimination bracket at JDT First Energy Veteran Memorial Fields, and it is JDT First Energy taking on the Toronto Batmen. They have met so far, not here, but overall in 2026, 4 times, with JDT winning 3 of those 4 games. The Batmen did win the last meeting at a tournament in Tavistock on July the 19th. And here is the lineup that Jamie Simpson and Larry Lynch will send to home plate. Federico Eder leads things off. Jeff Lyons has had a nice tournament, and the return of Gendry Torres today, who just recently helped the Dominican Republic win the Central and Caribbean Softball Championship that ended on Saturday. So he is a welcome addition and will start today at third base. For the Toronto Batmen defensively, Corey Way in left, Mason McKay, Denny Benson, Nick Shales, the 10-time All-World player, Mitch McKay at short, Tyler Paulai at second, Francisco Lombardo, Derek Hyde behind home plate, and the big acquisition, of course, in the game, Roman Godoy, the veteran from Argentina, who's pitched 12 innings in this event, given up 6 runs, 10 hits, struck out 19, and has walked 7. He pitched 4 innings last night. The Batmen involved in arguably the game of the tournament, as they lost in the winner's bracket 7-6 in 8 innings to the Bear Creek Express. And we are underway with a fouled-off pitch by Federico Eder. Delighted to have you with us, no matter where you might be looking on this very, and I mean very, warm Thursday. Has to be in the mid-30s with humidity on this Thursday, just outside of Melbourne, Ontario. A beautiful new Bear Creek softball complex. The host of this ISC World Tournament, and it will be the case again in 2 years from now. Off the glove of Godoy, and Federico Eder opens the game with a base hit. No chance for Godoy. Reacted as well as he possibly could off of the hot shot of Eder, able to knock it down. And no opportunity for Paulai to come over and make the play. So Federico Eder has his 3rd hit of this ISC World Tournament. And now the Newfoundlander, Jordan Pomeroy, who looks at a rise ball. He's from Placentia, Newfoundland, 4 for 13 at this ISC World Tournament with a triple and a run batted in. And he's been consistent. Jordan has hits in all 4 games. JDT opened the tournament with a 10-0 win over the CanWest Thunder. Then they lost 7-3 to the Kegel Black Knights to knock them into the elimination bracket. Came back with 2 big wins over Pueblo and the Oswegan Redmen. And these 2 of the more highly rated teams all season long. Final 4 left in the elimination bracket, and those games coming up a little later today in the winner's bracket is where I was headed with that. Pomeroy lays down a bunt. Godoy shovels for the out. And Godoy fielded that bunt very well. And Ed Otterman, the home plate umpire, had called time. So Federico Eder, the crafty veteran, on his way back to second base. A well-executed sacrifice bunt. And the batter from Argentina, Alejo Munoz. They call him Chaco. 2 for 11. He put forth an all-world performance in Mankato, Minnesota last year. This one lifted in the air and taken care of by the left fielder, Corey Way. Yeah, Munoz had a tremendous ISC World Tournament for STK last year. Hit 364 on his way to all-world status. And now longtime United States national team member Jonathan Lynch. He's from Missouri. The right fielders, 5 for 13. He's doubled twice, homered, and driven in a couple. And has equaled his hit total from Mankato a year ago. Two outs and a runner in scoring position for Jonathan Lynch. And Godoy, a drop ball that misses inside. When these teams met on July the 19th, the Batmen won the game 1-0, despite 18 strikeouts in their lineup. Again, a tester for Pauli is in time. Godoy a glove and Pauli over to first just in the nick of time to get Jonathan Lynch, who runs well. Very close. Well set, JDT defensively, and show you the Batman's batting order when we return on this hot Thursday at the ISC World Tournament.
Catcher, inch by inch, we'll fight to make the lives of First Nations people in this community, this province, and on this continent better. I know we have a long way to go, but I'm proud to say as long as our people have a need, Dreamcatcher will be there.
A threat, but one left for JDT in the top of the first. Here is the lineup Lee Jacques and his coaching staff will send to home plate. Tyler Pauli, Denny Benson in the number 3 hole, Mitch McKay 6. Mason McKay, who's having a really nice tournament, his brother, is hitting in the 9th spot. That is been the general rule of the lineup all tournament long. And defensively, for JDT, Alejo Munoz in left, Jordan Pomeroy in center, Jonathan Lynch is the right fielder. Gendry Torres back in the lineup playing at third. Guadalupe Ayon, the young outstanding shortstop from Mexico. Braden Ducharme, who's having himself one whale of a tournament, at second. And Jeff Lyons at first behind home plate, another guy who is maybe hitting as well as he ever has here at the ISC World Tournament. Dallas Cornelius. He has 3 consecutive multi-hit games. And may see him at bat in the next inning. And the starting pitcher, and I think one of the most improved pitchers in the ISC World Circuit, is Pami Madzalukwa from Botswana. When these teams met on July the 19th, he ended up losing the game, despite the fact that he struck out 18 batters. He's pitched 10 2/3 here, given up 3 runs, 7 hits, struck out 21 and walked 3 as he faces the leadoff man, Tyler Pauli, and that pitch gets away from him. And that can be generally the one area of concern at times for Madzalukwa. But he is a hard thrower and has thrown some marvelous games all year long. And gets Pauli with a swing and a miss on a rise ball at nearly 80. We'll be interested to see his velocity on the drop ball today. And again, comes right back upstairs with a rise that Pauli got a piece of.
There you go.
Winner moves on. It's the end of the road, unfortunately, for the team that is not successful on this Thursday. as we are definitely into the meat of this event that started on Saturday with 34 teams in the hunt for the ISC World title. It has been a steady diet up so far. A full count to Tyler Pauli from Mitchell, Ontario. He's 3 for 12 in the event. He's doubled, he's homered, and he's cashed in a couple of runs. And struck him out looking. So Madzalukwa with his first strikeout on what looked to be the low rise. And exactly what it was. So one out for the 10-time All-World player, and Nick Shales, who's 5 for 8 this week. He's doubled and driven in 3. Had a hit and a run batted in the 7-6 extra inning loss last night to the Bear Creek Express. And in the winners bracket, 2 big games upcoming. The Hill United Chiefs will take on the Northeast Drillers, and the Bear Creek Express, a date with the Bear Creek Gremlins. Nick drives this ball to right field, and making the catch on the run just outside of fair territory is Jonathan Lynch. As Nick Shales hit it well, but ends up in a long second out. And now, right fielder Denny Benson. Denny's 1 for 8 here at the ISC World Tournament. He's doubled and driven in a run, and that double came in the the setback last night to the Bear Creek Express. What a game, 7-6, a little back and forth, and the Express win it in the extra. This has been a highly competitive tournament, really since Saturday began. And Madzalukwa finds the strike zone once again. Fouled right towards us, right near our broadcast location, which is at basically field level. Not quite. A couple of feet above. Denny did not play in the 2025 ISC World Tournament. He did hit .273 in Surrey in 2024. And had a good rip at that pitch. Denny has never been shy on swinging the bat, and when he connects, he has no shortage of power. And they'd love this guy to get hot right now. And lays off the Madzalukwa rise ball. Bottom of the first inning. And that one completely got away. Don't know if it was the landing spot, the grip, but it did not work out well. You didn't need a lot of guesses to figure that out. And a good hack again from Benson. Denny came into this event with a career batting average in ISC World Tournaments of .330. And Madzalukwa with a second strikeout, a 1-2-3 inning for JDT First Energy. We'll head to the second. You're watching the 2026 ISC World Tournament on Softball Premier TV.
Let's talk about a local one-stop shop. Live Well for Life is just that, a fitness, nutrition, and therapy facility all under one roof. Located at 3878 Wellington Street in Mitchell, Ontario, you can get so much done in just one visit. A full complement of staff on hand include chiropractic, massage, and personal training to get you back to your healthy self. Find them on the web at livewellforlifeinc.com or give
Live Well for Life, a proud sponsor of the broadcast program.
A bit of a breeze here at JDT First Energy Fields, which will be welcoming to anyone in the park. It is a hot Thursday here in Ontario. Next year, the ISC World Tournament will shift west to Saskatoon and their great facility, Bob Van Imp, Joe Gallagher Park. It is a spectacular spot, and this one takes nothing aback to almost any facility in its infancy, but so much promise and even so many strides since I was here for the Bear Creek Classic going back to the second weekend in June. Tournament organizer Ray Peavy and everyone involved has done a very, very good job and should be commended. Jeff Lyons, the batter from Glencoe, also playing host to this event down the road. Jeff 3 for 6 here. He's homered and driven in 3. And the damage came in one game against the Oswegan Redmen. As Jeff will step out and ask for time against Roman Godoy. Change up is down for a ball. In the game against the Bear Creek Express last night, Roman, 4 innings, gave up 4 runs on 5 hits. And did not have his optimal control in that game. He struck out 4 and walked 5, which is not the ordinary for number 70 of the Batmen. Now home plate umpire Ed Otterman calls for time. The Sandlot Merchants earlier today with a 1-0 victory over the Georgian Bay Giants in a game that lasted about an hour and 35 minutes. Great pitching matchup between Taiga Onishi of Georgian Bay and Eric Chaparro to keep Sandlot in the thick of it. Off the fist, Godoy takes care of Jeff Lyons. And now the product of the Dominican Republic, Janry Torres. Torres was hitting .268 before he left for the Central and Caribbean softball competition, helping the Dominican to a gold medal there. They downed Venezuela 5-1 in the title game. There are a lot of players who played there Saturday and tried to jump on a plane and make their way here as quickly as they could. And Torres, a very welcome addition. He had a great World Cup last year for the Dominican. He went 9 for 13. He was the top batter in Prince Albert. Hit .393 earlier this year at the Pan American Championships. And had a mighty cut in the miss on the pitch from Godoy. In those Central and Caribbean games, Gendry Torres was 5 for 14. He did have one of the hits in the 5-1 victory in the gold medal game. Change up. One out in the top of the second inning, and this one figures to be hotly contested for 7 apiece, and Derek Hyde could not quite hang on to it. As Torres able to keep the at-bat alive. Gendry 11 for 41 this year with JDT First Energy. 3 doubles, 4 triples, 5 runs batted in. The high rise lifted. Nick Shales gives way to Mitch McKay for the second out. And are we in for another pitching duel? We have seen some splendid pitching performances in the event. Marco Diaz, who's gone 18 consecutive hitless innings for Hill United, and Jack Besgrove of the Gremlins has been right there with him. And could they be on a collision course to play in tomorrow evening's winners bracket final? These teams just hoping to stay in the thick of it. Guadalupe Ayon, an impressive young player from Mexico who helped Mexico win the Pan American Championship early in the year in Colombia. Really impressed with this young man. Great range at shortstop, a good arm, and he's hit very well here. 6 for 11. 3 doubles and 5 runs batted in for Guadalupe. And love how he always acknowledges when a pitcher throws a good pitch. It is quite customary for him to do so. He was 6 for 15 at last year's ISC with Team Marquez. Roman Godoy on his 3rd team in the last 3 years. And the Batmen delighted to have him. Rise ball out of the zone. And believe the count runs full at 3-2, and that indeed is the case. A look from the outfield at this lovely new facility that opened last year. And Ayon wins the battle. Stays away from the rise ball to draw the walk, the second JDT base runner of the game. And now, on the topic of players who have really taken a step, Hudson, Wisconsin's Braden Ducharme, member of the United States national team. And the big jump for him has been at home plate. All year long, he's been very, very good in that area. Significantly better than when he hit .211 in 2025. And he is 7 for 11 at the ISC. 2 doubles, a triple, and he's knocked in 9. Nick Shales, the strong throw. As Ducharme makes a rare out so far at the Bear Creek Softball Complex. No score. JDT First Energy and the Toronto Batmen.
confident are you in your organization's security posture? If your answer isn't 100%, you're not alone. Most organizations aren't doing enough to protect their data, and they know it. With Armitage Technology, you can stop worrying about IT security issues so you can focus on moving your business forward. Our experienced staff monitor and maintain your IT infrastructure to keep your business running. Visit us at armitagetech.com and make your technology work for your business.
Toronto Batmen to come to home plate in the bottom of the second inning. Just the one hit so far belongs to Federico Ader, who's in the designated player spot with the return of Jenry Torres to the lineup today. And the great thing about Ader is you can play him anywhere. He has been a terrific infielder in particular for a long time. As Francisco Lombardo steps into the batter's box. Another key acquisition for the Batmen in the offseason. He played with the Ostrander Norsemen at the ISC last year, where he went 5 for 14. He's 2 for 9 in 2026. He's homered and driven in a run, and that home run came in last night's 7-6 heartbreaking loss to the Bear Creek Express. And Madzalukwa starts him with a strike. Same pitching matchup the last time these two teams met, and Roman Godoy won it 1-0, despite that brilliant 18 strikeout performance of the gentleman on the rubber and in the circle right now, in Pami Madzalukwa. Francisco back with the Batmen. In fact, you could make an argument his best ISC came with the Batmen in 2016 when he went 10 for 20. Aon, the strong throw, quick release for the out. And mentioned in the last half inning how impressed I was with this player and his range, good footwork, and a strong throw on the high bounding ball. Sets himself and puts it right into the chest of Jeff Lyons. Corey Way is that pitch off the ground and hopefully off the main part of the chest protector of our home plate umpire, one of the real good guys in the sport. And the umpiring crew features so many wonderful people. Really enjoyed getting to know so many of them over the last 2 or 3 years on the circuit. And thank goodness for them. Corey Way, his most important hit came a couple of days ago when he hit a 3-run home run in a win over Team 518. He did it in the first inning in that game. Corey's from Waterloo, Ontario. He's 2 for 9 here with that homer and 3 runs batted in. Was 0 for 3 in the game last night against the Bear Creek Express. It has been a pretty steady diet of rise. And while the primary pitches are rise and drop and change up, that doesn't mean that balls aren't curving and moving in and out either. Curveball motion, screwball motion, all of it. 2-2 to Corey Way. And finds an outside corner, much to the chagrin of the batter. And Madzalukwa has his 3rd strikeout of the afternoon. And the young shortstop with lots of promise is Mitch McKay from Tavistock. Played for Canada at the World Cup, World Games last year. 1 for 7. His hit came in the win against Team 518. Did not have a hit in the game against Bear Creek Express. Change up, in on the hands, and coming a ways to make the play is Jordan Pomeroy. 1, 2, 3 go the Batmen in the second. The pitchers in the driver's seat early. We'll see if that continues in this game in the elimination bracket at the ISC World Tournament on the home of softball, Softball Premier TV. Dallas Cornelius will lead things off. His father, Scott, and his mother, Elena. The individuals very responsible for building this softball complex here on the Chippewa of the Thames Indigenous Reserve. And Dallas has responded very nicely in this event. He's 6 for 9. Double, triple, 4 runs batted in. He has 3 consecutive multi-hit games coming into today. They'll check, and the answer is no. Roman Godoy and Pami Madzalukwa. They headed towards another 1-0 type affair, as was the case in Tavistock, Ontario, in the last meeting of these teams on the 19th of July. JDT First Energy lead the season series 3-1. And there were some convincing wins along the way, too. And a drop ball finds the zone. StatCast may have had a different idea. This one, a towering foul ball that floats into fair territory. And Nick Shales makes the catch. That one way, way up there. A major league pop-up, as they would call it. And one down is the gentleman who has delivered the only hit in the game. Federico Ader is the batter, and his fellow countryman delivers him a first pitch changeup. Ader, the longtime member of the Argentine national team, and struck with the pitch by Godoy. Roman is not too pleased. Now they'll have a couple of words. And you could tell on the way down to first that Federico is fine, despite some of the antics, adding a little fun to the show. Hit by a pitch and brings center fielder Jordan Pomeroy to the plate. Jordan with a well-executed sacrifice bunt in the first. Jordan, member of Canada's national team. Hit 5 for 27 at the Pan American Championships for Canada in the early part of the new year. Two for 13 at last year's ISC World Tournament, so he's already eclipsed that hit total with 4 here. And had a pretty good cut at that rise ball from Godoy. And plenty of perspiration to go around on this Thursday. Pitchers will want to make sure they have a good grip on the ball and make sure the brow and the eyes are clear as well. Pomeroy the other way with it, but it will make its way out of play. Jordan, just another player from the province of Newfoundland who has produced so many great players over the last couple of decades. Have been a real foundation of the Canadian men's national team for many years. Players from that particular province. And Pomeroy will likely spend the next 10 years representing his country and continuing to be a very good player at the ISCs. A few years ago in Mitchell, Ontario, he made one of the greatest catches this sport has ever seen in the outfield. But Godoy ties him up on this occasion, and there's 2 away. And now Alejo Munoz. I probably could. It's on the lineup card, but hard for me to call anybody by a nickname. I'm pretty sure there's no Choco on the passport. I'm going to guess. Trying to get into a rhythm here. Has not hit to the same level that he did at this event with STK in Mankato a year ago, where he was an all-world player. Flew out to left in the first, looking for more in the third. As Derek Hyde squeezes it a little longer, hoping for something different. Now does Munoz have a green light here at 3-0, taking all the way. Never know in this situation early in the game with a guy who's got all kinds of power and power to all 3 fields, whether they might have turned him loose there. Shales in plenty of time. Settle in. Hits at a premium so far in this one on Softball Premier TV.
This business was opened in 1965 by my father, Ned Medios. Could have walked in here 25, 30 years ago and seen just about the same thing. The process of making this suit takes about 6 weeks. It goes through about 12 or 13 hands as it's moved along the line. It's an old-time place. Making stuff from scratch here in the city at a reasonable cost. It's a very personal type of business.
Well, there's lots of things to like about Luciano Lafrano, who's done so much for the sport of softball. He and his wife, Carol, and now the daughter involved in the work here as well, a family affair. And it's a family who enjoys a good beverage. And I couldn't have wanted a Coke Zero more than I just received one. So thank you kindly. Owen Torrey leading things off. He's the designated player from Chatsworth, Ontario. There's Madzalukwa, a change-up attempt that bounced about 40 feet of the 46 intended. Owens 1 for 4. His hit was a triple in the game against Team 518. He can pack a wallop. He's a good, versatile player. Represented his country a couple of times in world events. And unable to deal with the high drop from Madzalukwa. Pammy's 4th strikeout early in the game. And now catcher Derek Hyde, another player with some national team appearances for Canada from Tavistock. An area in Ontario that has produced a lot of good players. A number of them in the game today, including the 2 McKay brothers. Derek played for Canada at the Pan American Championships in Colombia early in the year. In search of his first hit at this 2026 ISC. He does have a run batted in. That came in their opening game victory over the Delisle Diamond Dogs. Only 1 hit in the game to this point. Have not seen anything on the radar above 79. But would appear at times that it could be harder than that. But good movement. There's 80 on the drop with excellent movement. And that is such a crucial piece as he strikes out Derek Hyde for out number 2 in the bottom of the 3rd.
Number 7, second baseman Tyler Polley.
With the way these hitters go about their business in this day and age, throw it as hard as you want. If it's straight, somebody's going to smack it. Mason McKay is off to a nice start. has a couple of hits in 7 at-bats, and both of those hits were doubles. Had just 1 hit at last year's ISC World Tournament. And swings and misses on the rise ball. He is an excellent outfielder. Great range, good throwing arm. Gets good reads off the bat. That's one thing I've noticed over the last few years. Now he's trying to swing it with authority. Decent contact, but right at Gendry Torres. Pami Madzalukwa, one time through the order, has retired 9 in a row. You're watching the 2026 ISC World Tournament here on Softball Premier TV.
A metal roof lasts a lifetime. Thousands trust Metal Roof Outlet to install stylish, stone-coated metal roofing that looks just like traditional shingles. Make a smart and worthwhile investment for your home with Metal Roof Outlet. Contact us through metalroofoutlet.com to get a quote for a roof replacement anywhere in Southern Ontario. Because when you trust Metal Roof Outlet with your roof replacement, it may be the last time you ever replace your roof.
No runs on the board. 4th inning about to begin, and only the 1 hit. And it was the leadoff batter of the game, Federico Ader, who's been on base twice. Once by way of hit, and then he was hit. But that's been the story so far. This is Roman Godoy facing right fielder Jonathan Lynch. Jonathan hit a hard ground ball back towards Roman Godoy. He deflected it, and Tyler Pauli able to corral it and make the play at first base. So officially 1-4-3 to get Lynch earlier. This one in a tough area, and Mitch McKay made an outstanding catch. That is such a difficult play to take a ball over your head. And in a lot of cases, you'd love your left fielder to be able to get to it so you could give way, but Corey Way wasn't quite there, and Mitch McKay makes an outstanding catch. And this is a big ballpark dimension-wise, in the neighborhood of 265 to 270 all around the park, which means that there is more room to deal with for the outfielders, and led in some ways directly to that play being what it was. And Mitch McKay able to haul it in like a receiver in football. As Jeff Lyons trying to start the hit parade. Nick Shales. 2 away. Gendry Torres, just his second at bat. He popped out to shortstop Mitch McKay, as he is returned to the lineup. Guadalupe Aon on deck was the other base runner. He drew a walk. And this is a solid liner into center off the bat of Gendry Torres. Best contact of the game.
Number 5, shortstop.
As he rips it past Tyler Pauley into center field. And now Guadalupe Aon, who did indeed walk earlier. Godoy starts him with a changeup. 2 outs, top of the 4th. The winner moves on. For the team that is not successful, the end of the line. Game number 5 for JDT. Game number 4 for the Batmen, who won their first 2 games, talking about the Batmen, before falling in a heartbreaker in the winners bracket quarterfinal last night to the Bear Creek Express. This is a day that will really test you. Not only because of the scenario, but it is a warm one. There goes the runner. And it's ball 4. As Roman Godoy obviously knew it and cut it. No need to have it spilled and allow the base runner to move up. So a second consecutive walk for Guadalupe Aon, and now Braden Ducharme. 7 hits in the event. Grounded out to Nick Shales to end the second. A chance for JDT here to open the scoring as their dugout comes to life, and Ducharme had a good cut. From Hudson, Wisconsin, Braden Ducharme. Already 3 more hits than he had all of last year's ISC World Tournament. Godoy had to shovel in a hurry and shoveled well, ending the threat. Still looking for the game's first run. Ducharme can scoot, but couldn't quite beat this on Softball Premier TV.
Peligro Sports provides the essentials needed to give your team an edge on the field. Our brand is rooted in creating a unique experience tailored to the specific needs of your team to ensure your performance is at the best level to execute plays. At Peligro Sports, we rally behind our athletes and understand their fight to take their game to a dangerous level. Visit our store at 2200 Amsterdam Avenue in New York City or see us online at peligrosportsnyc.com. Thanks to Jose and Peligro Sports for their support of the broadcast program.
Bottom of the 4th, where the Toronto Batmen are looking for their first hit. They have yet to deliver one in the game. There have only been 2. The Batmen able to work their way out of a scoring threat in the top of the inning. And a happy birthday to the JDT pitcher. Was just informed by Blair Setford it's his birthday today. Turning 28. Oh, to be 28 again. Although, would you really want to do it over? That's been a pretty good run. I'm not sure I would. A few things I'd take back for sure.
Toronto, number 7, second baseman.
Happy birthday to Pammy Madzalukwa, who continues to be a very effective pitcher, and he has been all season long. He's retired all 9 that he's faced as he deals with leadoff man Tyler Pauli to open up the 4th. And Pauli with a good cut. Tyler 3 for 13 now in the event. He's from Mitchell, Ontario. He spent time with Canada's national team. Pauli able to stay away from a changeup that was out of the zone. And in every game of this magnitude with this caliber of teams, you're always interested to see what happens with adjustments. And these groups are no strangers to one another. They've played 4 times already this season. For some of the top teams, as these two are in the rankings, it's almost like they played in a league this year. And Madzalukwa with a little extra grunt leaning into that one that Pauli fouled back.
Hit the gap, go for a run.
Good battle between pitcher and batter to open the bottom of the 4th. And the rise ball to the screen. When you've seen players many times, not only this year, but over the years, how do you make the adjustment on both sides of the ledger?
Come on now. That's a great eye, pup. Let him know.
That did not miss by a whole bunch. So the count runs full to Tyler Pauli. Ducharme dealing with a son and dealing with miserable son. In this case, he has his glasses on top of his hat. And they're going to stay there despite battling through it for the first out. You'd think he might put them down after that tussle, but obviously feels more comfortable looking without them on, and I understand that too. But fought his way through it for the first out, and now it's Nick Shales. He has delivered the hardest hit ball for the Batmen, and he just hit another one on the nose that Jordan Pomeroy went to a knee to collect. 2 loud outs for Shales, one down the right field line, and this one headed towards a gap but the speedy Pomeroy with a good jump read it
Number 19, right
and
fielder,
goes
Danny
to a
Benson.
knee to make the catch. And Danny Benson digs in with a hard swing on the first pitch. As Madzalukwa in conversation with Aon. A low rise on the inner half finds a strike zone. A look inside the Toronto Batman dugout. Both of these teams knew this one would be a chore, and it has been, and the drop ball gets the job done on this account. It is strikeout number 6. A 4 straight 1-2-3 inning for Pemi Madzalukwa and JDT First Energy in this elimination game at the 2026 ISC World Tournament.
How confident are you in your organization's security posture? If your answer isn't 100%, you're not alone. Most organizations aren't doing enough to protect their data, and they know it. With Armitage technology, you can stop worrying about IT security issues so you can focus on moving your business forward. Our experienced staff monitor and maintain your IT infrastructure to keep your business running. Visit us at armitagetech.com and make your technology work for your business.
Two hits in the game, both by JDT, no runs. Batman yet to register a hit. In fact, they've yet to have a base runner. Cornelius, a base hit for Dallas. As his quality ISC World Tournament at home plate continues. It's his 7th hit of the event. As he opens the 5th with a single. And Federico Ader. Lots of options here. Tries the running slap. Ader has always handled the bat well. And he's quite a character, as you saw after he was hit by Godoy in the last at-bat. Enjoys himself on the field, and nothing the matter with that. So Godoy makes it difficult now to potentially lay down some form of bunt. So he gets ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. And Ader goes down looking. So a 3-pitch strikeout for Roman Godoy. And in fact, it's his first strikeout of the game. Which is somewhat surprising as I take a look at the scorecard. Now Jordan Pomeroy again. His good speed. And no show of any form of bunt, and not likely to be scene with one out. This one down the line, but hooking foul. As Pomeroy with good contact, but tailing away right from the get-go. You know that JDT's coaching staff will be elated with the number 8 and number 9 hitters. They've combined for 14 hits. Ducharme has 7, and now Cornelius with 7 of his own. Ball and 2 strikes to Jordan Pomeroy with 1 out and 1 on in the 5th. And an easy one to handle for Pauli at second. And so far, Roman Godoy has been able to make the big pitches when they have been most required, which is something that he's done for his entire career. On the move is Pomeroy, and will steal it. So Pomeroy, the last out, and the courtesy runner for the catcher, which is in the ISC, it's mandatory. You do not have a choice. And it put more speed on the base pass. And Jamie Simpson and company take advantage and have another runner in scoring position. There have not been many. Mitch McKay deep in the hole to end the inning. As I mentioned, when he's needed a pitch to work his way out, Roman Godoy has delivered it. Still looking for the game's first run. In a contest where the winner moves on, the loser will end their run at the ISC World Tournament.
Let's talk about a local one-stop shop. Live Well for Life is just that, a fitness, nutrition, and therapy facility all under one roof. Located at 3878 Wellington Street in Mitchell, Ontario, you can get so much done in just one visit. A full complement of staff on hand include chiropractic, massage, and personal training to get you back to your healthy self. Find them on the web at livewellforlifeinc.com or give
Live Well for Life, a proud sponsor of the broadcast program.
Appreciate all our sponsors. Without them, we would not be able to bring you these streaming events. In this ISC World Tournament, the 2026 edition. Lombardo, Corey Way, and Mitch McKay are the scheduled hitters for a Toronto Batman team in search of a base runner. As Pammy Madzalukwa has had their number through the first 12 batters. 6 strikeouts along the way for number 14. His team is threatened on a couple of occasions, but unable to push one through. Might feel a little like the last meeting when he struck out 18 and still lost 1-0 to Roman Godoy and the Batmen on July 19th in Tavistock. As Lombardo digging in. And off of Aon's glove. And we will wait wait and see how this is officially scored. Would think it's a hit. Guadalupe got caught a little in between. Didn't have a chance to get around it. And then had to reach and couldn't quite collect it. So Isaiah Whetstone will come into the game to run for Lombardo.
Batter number 91. Left field number 4, away.
Query Way steps in. Ducharme, a double play. Braden Ducharme with a great range and the toss to double up the pinch runner in Whetstone. And just when you thought the Batmen might threaten, that occurs. And again, it's Ducharme. Braden Ducharme delivers defensively. And we're through 5 here at the ISC World Tournament on a warm Thursday.
This business was opened in 1965 by my father, Ned Matiosi. Could have walked in here 25, 30 years ago and seen just about the same thing. The process of making this suit takes about 6 weeks. It goes through about 12 or 13 hands as it's moved along the line. It's an old-time place. Making stuff from scratch here in the city at a reasonable cost. It's a very personal type of business.
Well, the Toronto Batmen record a hit, although I can't get into my game changer to officially confirm it. It's not playing along, that being my 33-year-old phone. These teams are playing along quite nicely. A really good defensive inning, in particular for Braden Ducharme, to take any hope away from the Batmen opening the scoring as they finally delivered their first hit. There have only been 4 of them in the game. So here we are in the 6th. The winner moves on. And Jonathan Lynch with a big cut. Jonathan hitting in the number 4 spot. He's grounded out and popped out. And Godoy with a quality rise ball up and in. Roman Godoy was hoping to get him on that 0-2 pitch well out of the zone, which is exactly where you'd want to put it if you're the pitcher. Off the end of the bat, Godoy has had to field a number today, and he's done it well. Been a part of 5 assists in the game, one way or another. They're going to talk about this for a minute. Jonathan Lynch thought he fouled it off his foot. The umpires got together and they thought different. Maybe a double hit while you're still in the batter's box, which is fine. But the call not going in favor of JDT in this account. Jeff Lyons, the batter. Jeff's grounded out to the pitcher and to Nick Shales at third. And Jeff Lyons with power. He's homered. He did so against the Oswegan Redmen earlier in the event, in their last game, in fact, which was an 8-1 triumph. JDT won their opening game, but then lost their second game to the Kegel Black Knights, moving them into the elimination bracket. And Jeff, not a happy customer, as he's hit by the Godoy pitch. And they will run for Jeff. Give him a chance to look at the elbow. His brother Craig is the therapist of the Hill United Chiefs, so won't have to wait too long, potentially, for someone with great interest to take a look. But all of these teams have therapists, and good ones. So Alejandro Gonzalez comes in to run.
Now running first base.
And Gendry Torres, who delivered a sharp single into center his last time up, is the batter. His first game here.
72, third baseman Gendry Torres.
And a welcome addition back to the lineup. Stephen Normand is up and throwing for the Batmen. But this will definitely be Roman Godoy's game for as long as he can go, one would think. We're in a spot right now where there's no time for trouble or error. The third time that JDT has faced elimination, but this is a very different opponent than their last two, with no disrespect to either Pueblo or the Oswegan Redmen. The Batmen, 2 straight wins, and then the 7-6-8 loss last night to the Bear Creek Express in what many are calling the game of the tournament to this point. And Torres outweights Roman Godoy. So a hit batter and a walk. And in the 6th inning a couple of days ago against Team 518, somewhat similar scenario. And I was told by the head coach Lee Jacques after the game that Roman Godoy was a little dizzy when he left that game in favor of Normand, who came on to get out of a bases loaded jam. It was about as messy an inning defensively as you'd see, but the Batmen would hang on and win it 4-2. Mighty cut from Guadalupe Aon. 2 on and only 1 out in the 6th. Which team's going to break through? Into right. Benson the catch. They'll cut it off as Gonzalez wheels to third. And with the sun, and it's going in and out of the clouds, it is not a lot of fun on the right side of the diamond right now. And 2 out for Braden Ducharme. Now both teams going to talk strategically in terms of what they want to do in a first and third defensively and offensively. They are likely not to run with Torres. You probably don't want to take the bat out of Ducharme's hands either. The way he's been swinging it. He has 9 runs batted in. 6 of them came in one game when he doubled and tripled and went 3 for 3 against the Pueblo Bandits. Well, here's number 10, who's been dynamite defensively too, with a real opportunity. Mentioned earlier, they've had a lot of production JDT has out of the 8 and 9 holes in the order. And that's where they sit right now. Both Ducharme and Cornelius have 7 hits each in this tournament. And Godoy falls behind Ducharme. Godoy came inside, and Ducharme, almost trying to get out of the road of it, made contact with it. Roman Godoy trying to dial up something really, really good. He's thrown 91 pitches so far in the game. 50 of them have been for strikes. And Torres is on the move. And they are yelling in a big way for leadoff in the Batman dugout. And on the field. Derek Hyde's reaction was, how could he be way over there? It's an awfully tough call for any umpire to make in this spot. First and third, 1 out. Ducharme. Or make that 2 out. Inning over again. Roman Godoy has been very good when he's needed to be the most. He works his way out one more time as Braden Ducharme flies out to center.
Peligro Sports provides the essentials needed to give your team an edge on the field. Our brand is rooted in creating a unique experience tailored to the specific needs of your team to ensure your performance is at the best level to execute plays. At Peligro Sports, we rally behind our athletes and understand their fight to take their game to a dangerous level. Visit our store at 2200 Amsterdam Avenue in New York City or see us online at peligrosportsnyc.com. Thanks to Jose and Peligro Sports for their support of the broadcast program.
Well, we are absolutely down the stretch in this one, and it could go on for a while. A look at this lovely softball complex on the Chippewa, the Tams First Nation. The Toronto Batmen to do just that, bat in the 6th. There are the scheduled hitters you just witnessed on your screen. JDT is threatened on 3 different occasions, but have not been able to come up with the key hit at the right time. The Batmen have 1 hit. And in fact, they've yet to have a runner reach past first. And that hit came in the last inning off the bat of Francisco Lombardo. As Owen Torrey looks at a rise ball out of the zone for ball 1. Pami Madzalukwa, 6 strikeouts, giving up just the 1 hit. And Madzalukwa's body language will tell you what he was hoping for. Owen Torrey struck out earlier, pulls this foul. And Owen can hit the long ball. His only hit in this event, a triple to the base of the wall against Team 518. Misses on the rise. Aon. Really upset at himself. He is generally really sure-handed. And it's always tough when you get caught in between hops. He didn't stay down as long as he would have liked. And Owen Torrey on the air to the shortstop. And now Derek Hyde squares to bunt and takes a strike. Nice crowd is formed again here this afternoon for this one. And Hyde cannot deliver the sacrifice bunt. Guessing they'll ask him to swing away now. And it is strike 3 as Cornelius able to hang on. And Madzalukwa, celebrating his 28th birthday today, has an important strikeout. The out and did not allow Hyde to put down a bunt. Center fielder Mason McKay. And a Madzalukwa first pitch strike. Mason grounded out to Genry Torres, his first time today, and drills this up the middle. Torrey will smartly hang on at second. Just the second hit of the game for the Batmen. It's Mason McKay. He takes the outside pitch up the middle. And out comes Jamie Simpson for a chat with his group. It is the first time all day that the Batmen have had a runner at second base. And remember, Torrey reached on an error. And Tyler Pauli, 2 on and 1 out in an advantageous position. Check swing. Pauli is struck out and popped up. As Pami Madzalukwa in a position for the first time that Roman Godoy, his opposing pitcher, has been in a few times in the game. Needs to work out of it, and that'll help. There's Pauli with 2 strikes on him. Little shoulder shrug from Madzalukwa. He gets the sign. And now another one. He's shaking it off 2 times. And then a big deep breath. It's at the point of the game where the game will tell you exactly what's going on. And a 3rd strike for Madzalukwa, who gets Tyler Pauli looking. A massive strikeout. And now the 41-year-old Nick Shales. Will be a first ballot Hall of Famer when he's done. There's no doubt about that. 0 for 2 in the game, 5 for 10 in the tournament. Has 3 runs batted in. Had only 1 hit in his last ISC World Tournament. He didn't play last year in Surrey in 2024. But it's been different in 2026. This is a spot that he has relished in his career. All the ISC titles, 2-time MVP in 2015 and 2010, 2-time world champion. On the ground, shoveling with the glove this time is Ducharme.
Come on, Six, let's go.
And Madzalukwa answers his most threatening scenario as Nick Shales grounds out. And Ducharme's fine play at second continues. We're headed to the 7th. Still no runs on Softball Premier TV.
Welcome to Mont Hill Golf and Country Club. With our beautiful 27-hole golf course open to the public, we work tirelessly to ensure your time with us is second to none. Well, here you'll be able to enjoy an incredible dining experience at our very own Big Pete's Steakhouse. Play some of the best courses in the world with our state-of-the-art golf simulators. Upgrade your gear with the top brands at our pro shop, or host a stunning wedding, event, or conference inside one of our beautiful ballrooms. Learn all this and more at monthill.ca. We can't wait to see you soon.
Come on, Betty. Come on, Dallas. Come on, Dallas. Stay hot.
As the line score would indicate, it could not be more even. 3 hits to 2. There's been 1 error. And JDT was able to work their way through it with the only threat that the Batmen have had in the game in the last half inning as Dallas Cornelius steps up. He has one of the 3 hits for JDT. He's now 7 for 11 in the ISC. But Godoy with 2 rise balls past him to open this at-bat. Mitch McKay. 1 down.
Batter number 11, there.
Federico Ader has been on base twice. He's walked, was hit by a pitch, and then struck out. 5th. And Godoy starts him with a rise, up and in. Roman Godoy and Pami Madzalukwa in another pitcher's duel as they were in their last meeting on July 19th, but a lot more at stake now than there was in Tavistock then. This is the crown jewel of the season, the ISC World Tournament. Always enjoy these confrontations between players who have not only played against one another a lot over the years, but played together as well, as is the case here. Bunt attempt that Nick Shales lets go foul. Ader was a first-team All-World player in 2025 for STK. He went 10 for 22. Has just the 2 hits so far. Pauli. And both teams have defended well in the game. As Pauli to his right and then had to throw a little bit on the run. So 2 outs for Jordan Pomeroy.
20, center fielder Jordan Pomeroy.
Jordan is sacrificed, laid down a good bunt, popped to the pitcher and to the second baseman. 0 for 2 in the game. Godoy upstairs. Well out of the zone. In the air to Corey Way and left. 1, 2, 3 go JDT in the top of the 7th. A chance for the Batmen to win it if they could score in the bottom half. We'll show you whether or not they can when we return to the 2026 ISC World Tournament.
Peligro Sports provides the essentials needed to give your team an edge on the field. Our brand is rooted in creating a unique experience tailored to the specific needs of your team to ensure your performance is at the best level to execute plays. At Peligro Sports, we rally behind our athletes and understand their fight to take their game to a dangerous level. Visit our store at 2200 Amsterdam Avenue in New York City or see us online at peligrosportsnyc.com. Thanks to Jose and
Well, the Toronto Batmen with an opportunity to win the game as they bat in the bottom of the 7th. Managed just 2 hits and have only advanced a base runner to second once. That was in the last inning, but failed to cash in. Denny Benson could cash in on one swing, and maybe that's what this game will require. One big mistake. Well, we expected a dandy. The two teams have delivered. As Benson swings and misses on a drop ball from Madzalukwa, who has 8 strikeouts in the game. And make it 9. As Benson not really close on the last couple of swings. Francisco Lombardo has one of the 2 hits, and that hit didn't come until the 5th. Madzalukwa retired the first 12 that he faced today. Lombardo has homered in this event. He did last night in the extra inning loss to the Bear Creek Express. Does he have another one in him today? This is a must-win game to keep their ISC hopes alive for both teams. Good one to follow in JB and the Kegel Black Knights. After this one comes to a conclusion. And then 2 winners bracket semifinals. Slated right now for 6 and 8. Lots of nerves, lots of pressure. Always different in the 7th. And Lombardo on base draws the 1-out walk. And Madzalukwa's control today has been very, very good. I believe that's his first walk of the game. Corey Way, the batter. And he swings and misses on a quality drop ball. Off the end of the bat, Ducharme again. Braden Ducharme having some kind of day at second. second double play that he's turned virtually on his own. The tag, the throw. 7 innings, not enough to decide a winner in this one. We require a little extra, and why not? At the ISC World Tournament.
A metal roof lasts a lifetime. Thousands trust Metal Roof Outlet to install stylish, stone-coated metal roofing that looks just like traditional shingles. Make a smart and worthwhile investment for your home with Metal Roof Outlet. Contact us through metalroofoutlet.com to get a quote for a roof replacement anywhere in Southern Ontario. Because when you trust Metal Roof Outlet with your roof replacement, it may be the last time you ever replace your roof.
In other levels of fast pitch softball, we would get to this point and we'd have the international tiebreaker where you'd start the inning with the last out at second base. Not the case in the ISC. They play it out till the end, straight up. We are in inning number 8. And in case you're interested in pitch count for the two pitchers, Ramon Godoy has thrown 104. Pami Matsalukwa has thrown 82. There's Aleo Munoz to start things in the 8th. And the Batmen involved in their second consecutive extra inning game. They lost in 8 last night in a winner's bracket quarterfinal to the Bear Creek Express. Very different game than this one. That contest ended up 7-6. No runs today. Munoz 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice and flown out. And McKay, a diving play to retire Munoz. As Munoz got a bat out on the changeup from Godoy. So the day of quality defense continues.
Batter, number 23, right fielder Jonathan Lynch.
1 out in the 8th for the right fielder Jonathan Lynch. In the category of just foul. And Jonathan Lynch runs extremely well. Always think about him as really a gap-to-gap type hitter. But a gap hitter with power. He's homered here this week in the loss to the Kegel Black Knights. And he also has 2 doubles. Godoy change up that almost seemed like it was never going to get there. At 56. No wonder it seemed like it might never get there. But it got there. And in the strike zone. Roman Godoy and Pami Matsalukwa in a duel to keep their teams alive at the ISC. Like it almost got a piece of the hand, and I think it did. As he shakes it out. At least tries to sell it. A little off the bat and the hand. Nick Shales just asking whether it's a foul ball or if he missed on the swing, and that's what was up for small but short debate. Debate over. 2-2 to Lynch. 1 out in the top of the 8th. And Lombardo fields it and steps on the bag.
Batter number 55,
The first baseman, Jeff Lyons, with his customary couple of steps and big swing before he steps into the batter's box. That's his routine. Will this game come down to one swing? Jeff Lyons fights one off into the outfield. He has a 2-out base hit. And he hit a good pitch. Just muscled it into the outfield. In on the hands and did all he could with it.
the batter, number 72, third baseman, Gendry Torres.
Gendry Torres with a base hit in the game. Pretty good contact. Pauley. Throw a little wide, but Lombardo able to hang on. Always gets a little trickier sometimes with more on the line. They leave a runner, and now the Batmen another chance to end it in the bottom of the 8th.
Keep it there now, keep it there.
Let's talk about a local one-stop shop. Live Well for Life is just that, a fitness, nutrition, and therapy facility all under one roof. Located at 3878 Wellington Street in Mitchell, Ontario, you can get so much done in just one visit. A full complement of staff on hand include chiropractic, massage, and personal training to get you back to your healthy self. Find them on the web at livewellforlifeinc.com or give
Live Well for Life, a proud sponsor of the broadcast program.
Mitch McKay, the shortstop, made a good defensive play in the last half inning. Bottom of the 8th. The winner advances for the team that is unsuccessful. The tournament is over, and McKay opens the bottom of the 8th with a base hit. The Canadian national team member, his first hit of the day. And the winning run is at first.
The batter, number
Now, once again, in a key situation, can you move a runner? Didn't show it. Owen Torrey, the batter, looking at the signs. And again, no sign of bunt. Well, in some ways, in this day and age, it has become a bit of a lost art. And the other thing that's truly a factor, too, is that these teams that feature the best players on planet Earth, they don't have a lot of practice time during the course of the year. So there isn't a lot of time to work on it either. Goes to right. And Jonathan Lynch camps under it, and Mitch McKay stays right where he is. And a pinch hitter for Derek Hyde will be Cody Skelton.
Number 33, Cody Skelton.
So Cody Skelton, longtime veteran with this group. Again, one of those players, if he gets one, it can go a long way.
Come on now.
But a swing and a miss on a drop ball from Madzalukwa.
Come on now. Come on, buddy.
Is that strike two? Mike DeBrew says no. The Batmen would love to advance the runner into scoring position. Two balls and a strike to Skelton. He's 1 for 5 in the tournament. He had a hit last night against the Bear Creek Express. There goes Mitch McKay, and the throw is not in time. And now the winning run is in scoring position. As Cornelius came up throwing, pretty good throw. Up enough to allow Mitch McKay to slide underneath the tag. Aon. Almost looked like it took a little extra time coming out of his glove, but he made the play. Nothing has come overly easy for the shortstop in this game, but delivers there. And Jamie Simpson again with a visit. 2 out, runner at third. And a really good runner at third base, which means this would be no time for a spill. Wild pitch or pass ball could win the game. Mason McKay with a hit in his last at-bat. Could win it with another hit. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Must win for both teams. Madzalukwa knocked it down, recovered to make the play. And can you say the 9th inning, boys and girls? I knew you could. You're watching the 2026 ISC World Tournament on Softball Premier TV.
A metal roof lasts a lifetime. Thousands trust Metal Roof Outlet to install stylish, stone-coated metal roofing that looks just like traditional shingles. Make a smart and worthwhile investment for your home with Metal Roof Outlet. Contact us through metalroofoutlet.com to get a quote for a roof replacement anywhere in Southern Ontario. Because when you trust Metal Roof Outlet with your roof replacement, it may be the last time you ever replace your roof.
The Toronto Batmen were 60 feet away from winning it. But Mason McKay, his hit attempt knocked down by pitcher Pami Madzalukwa, who recovered and tossed to first to end the threat. As JDT First Energy will bat in the 9th. I think we have had one 9-inning game so far this week. Would have to double check. I know there have been a few 8-inning scenarios, including one that the Batmen were in against the Bear Creek Express last night. As Guadalupe Ayon, the shortstop, will lead it off for JDT First Energy in the 9th. The pride of Mexicali, Mexico. He's walked twice and flown out to right. Mitch McKay, as his quality work continues at short in this game. And that's a pretty hard hit ball off the bat of Ayon. Braden Ducharme has been a defensive wizard in the game. Very responsible for a couple of double plays. He's made 2 other tough ones over at second. Now drops down a bunt. Shales will not get him.
Hey, that's a start.
Braden Ducharme has his 8th hit of this ISC World Tournament. Very well on his way, I would think, to potentially being an all-world selection. And he is certainly more than fielded it in that respect at second. So a bunt base hit for Ducharme. And now Dallas Cornelius. There goes Ducharme. And Derek Hyde threw him out. Derek Hyde comes up throwing. And threw a strike. You couldn't have walked down there and handed it to the infielder in a better spot. As Cornelius drives this ball out of play. He has really swung it well in this event. Has 7 hits, 3 consecutive multi-game hits. Trying for a fourth straight today. He has one already. Some throw by Hyde. Struck him out. Roman Godoy upstairs with a quality rise after the big throw to Truly. Has thrown 92 pitches, 66 for strikes. Roman Godoy has thrown 122. And hits all day have been at a premium. In fact, the Batmen didn't have one until the 5th. They'll check it. And the answer is no. Tyler Pauli, 0 for 3 in the game. 3 for 15 in the event, and he has homered here.
Straight back through him, Pup. Straight back through him.
Well, it has been a whale of a game. What you would hope for in these elimination games between good teams. And these are both good teams.
Hey, come here, we stay here.
Pauli. Pomeroy took a couple of steps back and makes the catch. Good contact by Pauli, but fairly routine for Jordan Pomeroy. And now Nick Shales. Nick Shales swings and misses. The 10-time All-World player at this event. 0 for 3. Flown out twice, grounded out once. As Madzalukwa works less than his opponent. And Shales stays in the hunt. And Dallas Cornelius trying to find the least new ball he can. Always want something a little scuffed up. Another no ball, 2-strike pitch. This one in the dirt. One out in the bottom of the 9th. They'll play all day to finish it. No international tie-breaking rules at the ISC. And Shales stays off the low drop. Shales has worked his way back to 2-2. And now the count is full. Nick 5 for 11 in the tournament. Has had a hit in every game so far except this one for now. Does that change here? Torres. 2 away. So Madzalukwa made a good pitch when he needed to after being well ahead in the count, and then it ran full. Danny Benson, 3 consecutive strikeouts, but always dangerous. And a changeup to begin. Came right back with another one. I believe that's the first time that's occurred. And this game is over. A walk-off shot to win it in the bottom of the 9th. And there was really never a doubt when it left his bat. Danny Benson wins it for the Toronto Batmen. He clobbered it after striking out his first 3 at-bats. Didn't even really need to see. And frankly, from the vantage point, didn't have much of a chance. But you knew it when it left the bat. Another dandy. And the Toronto Batmen will move on while JDT First Energy has their tournament come to a conclusion. Another great contest between these two. And the Batmen, as was the case in Tavistock, Ontario, on the right side of a 1-0 win. But this one means way more. Hope you enjoyed it. It was a dandy. So long for now from the ISC World Tournament.